Hey, welcome to the DanjA Zone. It's Ashley. Everything in this video was found on a public domain. Lots of love and many blessings your way. Okay, so now stripping both Harry and Meghan's titles from them is on the table. When this petition first started, Meghan's PR team and Prince Harry's, I'm not leaving him out, he's involved in this too, made a mockery and a complete joke out of the feelings of these people who really would rather not be represented by Harry and Meghan as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. It looks as if these people who signed the petition are having the last laugh. I'm really proud that this petition is being recognized finally and not just pushed to the wayside like Harry and Meghan thought it would just because of their status. I love the fact that they say they're not going to entertain these individuals nor afford them any hospitality or courtesies above and beyond that of an ordinary member of the public. And this doesn't do anything but bring shame and humiliation to the Queen. They've been above the law for so long, they think that nobody is entitled to have an opinion. Meghan hasn't changed her ways. Harry hasn't reeled her in. We've watched this entire situation blow up and just spiral out of control. It's really embarrassing. As it was told to me, there's a protocol and a process with this, which will involve the Queen and Prince Charles, Meghan and Harry, and Brighton Hove council officials. I'm curious to see how this ends up. If they have an IQ at all, they'll want to please the people and not allow Meghan and Harry to override this petition. William seems to take this very serious. They say that he's going to have a huge influence on the outcome of this petition. And if that turns out to be the facts, I do believe that Harry and Meghan will be stripped of their titles, as it should be. It's very gross to watch both of them sit back and spit in everybody's face. So far, no matter what the situation has been, it just seems like Harry and Meghan are allowed to get away with so much. I just look at them as thieves, welfare recipients, all of them, not just Meghan and Harry. I think the next check they cash needs to be a reality check. One of the main concerns for everybody, aside from their frivolity, when it comes to Harry and Meghan, is the way she's allowed to treat people, and now he's following right behind her in her footsteps. For example, that tour they had in Australia, they were freshly married. She told the head of the Australian consulate to go F herself. They say that she and Moroni were two of the most wicked, disrespectful jerks they had ever hosted. And she and Harry fought the entire time. But he didn't reel her in then. Why would he reel her in now? I have a really bad feeling about the outcome of all of this. And if you haven't heard the latest, a nanny, one of their best, according to them, has just up and left her position, not looking back. I imagine it was due to ill treatment and disrespectful tones. That has been the rumor. She and Harry both have treated these people subpar, as if they're not even human, demanding them off of their position as a nanny and using them as servants, staff members, taking out trash, loading dishwashers, picking up after them. I personally don't believe that there is a real physical child in the mix. I may be wrong. So of course, they're not needing an actual nanny. This is just going through the motions. And it's been said from the jump that little Miss Meghan wants to be the best hands-on mom. She doesn't want to be like Kate and leave the nannies to raise the children. Therefore, she's very protective and guarded over Archie. She and Harry both have said they wanted to raise Archie as normal as possible, for him to be a down-to-earth commoner, not feeling privileged. How can two uncommon, overprivileged people even expect to raise a child common, down to earth? It makes no sense for them to even say that. I know they don't believe their own lies. Speaking of lies, I believe I've been played like a fine-tuned fiddle. Let's talk about that fast. You know, you guys, I came out of the gate defending Thomas Markle, Sr. I felt so bad for him as a parent, being treated so poorly by his child in front of the entire world. I've been noticing a pattern, though. It seems like every so many months, he comes out of the woodwork. It's either him or Samantha. There is big money to be made, selling your interview or your story, your pictures, whatever. And I don't fault the man for trying to make $1. I do fault him for being a part of her plan. Just like she dragged all her friends and put them on the payroll. I think this right here is a plan to include all the family as well. Bringing them out and being shown in the public, good or bad, it doesn't matter. Attention is attention. And it pays. Just as she padded her mama's pockets and built her bank account up. Weird, because Doria and Thomas have a tight relationship. And if she and Meghan are as close as they try to portray they are, you would think as a mother, she would say to her, hey, look, you need to forgive and forget. That's your dad. Remember the good times. It just seems like this is a huge show and a money maker. By them coming out every now and then, it makes them money. And it probably keeps, them at bay. So she doesn't have to share her money. Just none of it makes sense to me. And I'm feeling like it's definitely one big setup. When it's all said and done, they'll still be able to make money. You know what I mean? One way or the other. Crappy reality show. A book finally. Doria's going to some off-the-wall New Age church with Oprah on the weekends as it is. It's opened so many doors for all of them. Even Samantha, in my opinion. Just like this, I'm coming out with a book. I'm coming out with a 2-part book. Look for it. It's coming out the same time the baby arrives. I've learned there is no book. There's not a publisher willing to take that on, as it was told to me. So why keep the fires burning? Because it has the potential to make them some money. It's a fallback plan, in my opinion. And that should show the royal family that Meghan and Harry have next to no respect for them. And it makes sense too. Remember how the Queen wanted to handle it? She said no, she was going to handle it. She handled it in a way that would just provoke more negativity. So in my opinion, it's all a money game. Did you guys know that it was leaked that after Archie's arrival, May 6th, Meghan took a secret trip home? It's been said that she was in California for a week on the sly. This was post-Archie. Just another reason why I don't believe Archie has a pulse. Why would she risk, as a new mother, taking a child, loading it up on a flight, days old? She wouldn't. The Queen wouldn't allow it. None of this is making sense, you guys. There's too much sneaking around. She should have no qualms about openly hopping on a flight and want to introduce the rest of her family to her child, right? Instead of hopping on a plane directly after his arrival, surely she would have been the better parent and waited around a minute for his health to build up. Newborns are very, very fragile. And as it was told to me, Archie wasn't with her. So what new mother would just up and leave a days-old child? It's not even the actions of a young teen parent. Yet we were told that Doria had arrived a couple of weeks prior to the May 6th arrival of Archie. And we were supposed to believe that? After all, she was there for the christening. By the way, I meant to say this earlier, but how I knew for sure the christening picture was photoshopped is because Doria is smiling. I can't believe for once. Very rare do I allow my compassion, my emotions to take control of my judgment. They're all making out like bandits, every one of them. They're gonna get paid one way or the other. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Y'all stay safe and be blessed.